Sports Cards. Get at 'em.
Yo, Talofalava, what's good? Leotawa Dr. John Peterson here, TE2 Sports Cards. Coming at you live and direct, as always, from Minneapolis, Minnesota. Hope everyone's doing well. Hope you've had a good week and are living blessed. I know that I am. Just wanted to do a quick video here. Just a little intro. I want to cover the Twin City Sports Card Collectors show coming up tomorrow. Wanted to share some recent pickups and then just do a shout out to a couple content creators. So, to start off with, the Twin Cities Sports Cards Collectors show is at the Bloomington Armory tomorrow. This show has been happening every single month for the last 48 years. That is almost half a century they've been doing this. So to the guys that have been doing this show and attending this show for the last 15, 20, 30, 40 years, I've been going for probably the last 15 years. Just want to give a big thank you for putting the show on. It's an awesome show. And the Armory is a nice spot. I actually like it better than the strip mall we were at earlier in the years of the show. And so better lighting, bigger, and overall just a better space in my opinion. So come check out my table. Come say hi. Always like to hear from folks. And if you're a younger collector and you're looking to make a deal, stop on by. Maybe we can do a deal. So that'll be fun. Looking forward to that. I'll bring mostly vintage, bring a little modern, probably won't bring any basketball, and I'll bring some raw stuff to go through at the table. I'll set a chair up there so people can kind of go through some of the raw stuff that I've got, which isn't a ton, but there's a little bit there. Let's see here, what else? Second piece, just wanted to share with you a few pickups I've made. I made a huge pickup this week. But I don't want to reveal what it is that I picked up until after I've had a little time to process it and get it authenticated and get it in my hands. But pretty excited about this pickup, and it's a ultra modern, so it's out of the ordinary for me. I've been selling some vintage stuff on eBay, which has been nice. I sold a 56 Willie Mays, Topps Willie Mays, and a PSA 6. Got about 15 for that. The fuck is that? Maybe there's a ghost in this house. Hopefully not. Lights went off and on. Anyway, sold the 56 Mays at the last card show I did in Rosemont, Minnesota Card Show. I sold a 56 Clemente. Got about $14.50 for that. Took a loss on both those cards. Purchased both of those cards last spring, or 2 springs ago, I should say. And I think I paid probably $2 for the Mays. It was in a BVG, maybe a 7, BVG 7 slab, or BVG 7.5. The Clemente was a BVG slab as well. Probably paid closer to 13, 14 for the Clemente, so broke even on the Clemente. But vintage has dropped a little bit. That's going to happen. You're going to take some losses here and there. You just got to be judicious about what you pick up. Sold my 55 Koufax in a CSG 3 slab. Ended up getting about $7.50 for that, which I thought was pretty decent. Loved that card. Had picked it up way back in 1991 at Briggs State, or just outside of Briggs Stadium in Detroit. My family and I, we're going on a family trip and went to Cleveland and Baltimore and Milwaukee and Comiskey and Wrigley, and we stopped at Briggs in Detroit, and it was great. Had a great time. Did the trade. Traded some score rookie cards. I think it was Barry Sanders, Troy Aikman, and $50 that I had earned from mowing grass that summer. So it ended up with that 55 Koufax. So had it for the better part of 30 plus years. Super excited to move it on, and looking forward to getting in somebody else's hands. I only want to hang on to cards for so long. Sometimes you got to move them. So yeah, those sales have been good. Sold a few 1990 Topps Rack Pack cases. I got close to $305, $310 for each of those. That was including the shipping. That was net sales on eBay, which I think is pretty good. The cost of shipping that stuff is not cheap though. Just the packing peanuts that it takes to box up a case of Rack Pack boxes. There's 3 boxes. I mean, there's 72 Rack Packs in a case, so Gets a little bit heavy, 15, 16, 17, 18 pounds, and plus all the packing materials. So you got to make sure that you're pricing your stuff right and making sure that you got the shipping costs calculated for. So yeah, did some sales, made a big pickup. I'll talk about that a little bit later, maybe next week or a couple weeks from now. And yeah, I got the card show tomorrow. Looking forward to that. Richard won't be with me, unfortunately. He's got something else going on. I think he's going to the rodeo. Rodeos in town or some shit like that. So I guess he's gonna go check out the rodeo, reggae and rodeo. Richard's a Jamaican guy. He's from Kingston, so he's my right hand man when it comes to the cards. What else? I think that's it for now. Let's go through the cards. These are all eTopps cards. This is a Jeter. Try not to get too much glare there. This is a 2001. I just really like the look of that card. I think the back of the cards look really nice. So, got the Jeter. Picked up the Kobe Bryant. A pretty nice looking card. This is the 2001. Oh, in terms of prices, I paid $86 for this. 51 for the Bryant. Get these centered a little bit better. Here's the Griffey. I think this is the 2001 as well. Got to take a look and see what I paid for that. Just want to stay consistent with letting folks know. Yeah, I paid about $33 for that one. Oops. Here's the Rivera. This is a pretty short printed card from what I've heard. I think there's only about 1,000 of these. I'm not an expert in eTopps. In fact, I didn't buy any eTopps back in the day, but did a little research and found out a little bit about these cards. They were stopped printing them in 2012. Here's the Griffey Jr. I think this is 2000. What year is this? This is the 2002. So I got a little run on the Griffeys. I think I got a 2001, 2002, 2003, 2004. Here's the second year Pujols, 2002. Nice looking card. What did I pay for the Pujols? Let's look in on a separate screen here. I paid about $15 for the Griffey. And I'm not seeing the Pujols here. Yeah, sorry. I'm not sure. I'd probably $30-40 at the most. Here's another Jeter. eTopps. It's 2002. Nice looking card as well. There's another Jeter. I just think these cards look fantastic. I don't know. I don't think the value is real high. This is the 03. Picked up the Vladdy. Always been a fan of Vladdy. 2003. This must be the 03 Griffey. So I think some of these were short printed or limited edition. I think this Ichiro is an example of one of those. I think there are only a few thousand copies that were made. This is the 04. Yeah, look on the back there. It says limited edition 1 of 2,228. So, I think it's got some value depending on how many people want to put it up for sale. Got a Mauer. He was recently elected into the Minnesota Twins Hall of Fame. Watched that last weekend. Been a big fan of Joe Mauer since he was in high school. I was a teacher, middle school teacher, when he was going through high school. He was all-state first team football, baseball, and basketball. So one of the more storied athletes in the last 20, 30 years here in Minnesota, hometown kid, and played his whole career with the Minnesota Twins. I think he's going to get in the Hall. I think he's first ballot. 6-time All-Star, 3-time Silver Slugger, Gold Glove winner, and MVP. And I think he won the batting title once or twice too. And then finally the Vladdy. This is the 04. Oops. So, yeah, just a few pickups. And, there's one other one that I wanted to show you. This is a bit of a Sheffield run of pickups that I've gotten lately. This is a Bowman Chrome. I think this is 2003. and it's a gold numbered to 170. So what I've been doing is I've been picking up cards that are numbered, fall within that late 90s, early 2000s, up to about 2005, 2006. Got a few cards that are in the 2008, 2009 range, but really focusing in on Pujols, Ichiro, Sheffield, Mauer, Beltre, Andrew Jones, and cats like that. Have bought a little basketball and also bought the Tom Brady that I showed you here earlier this week in another video. So that was the 2002 eTopps. I'll take all these out of the slabs, send them into PSA, and see how I get for grades. Recently submitted a 30 card PSA order to 3 stars as well, which is my group submitter, and hopefully going to get a good return on those. And then what else? Last thing, I decided to send the 53 Topps mantle, which is in an SGC 5 slab, and the 56 Topps mantle, which is in an SGC 6 slab. I decided to send those into PSA through 3 stars again as my group submitter, and we're going to try and do crossover at same grade or higher. So keep my fingers crossed that they cross over into PSA slabs, although the SGC slabs look good. They just aren't as liquid. Value's not quite as high as what it is with PSA, which makes sense when you think about the registry and just the overall liquidity of PSA slab cards. So anyway, that's all I got for you. Hope you have a blessed weekend. Take care. Be safe. One love.